Hi there, so this video is going to be about the Passport IQ. I've seen some videos online about this device, and there's several, but there's not really a substantial amount of reviews out there about this, so I wanted to put mine up there. And I think I have some things to say that some people online may not have said yet. So first off, about this device, it was really pricey. It was like $4.99. Hurts to say it, but I got it. I think originally it was a $600 device. It's by Passport, and it's both the GPS and the radar in it. It's also got laser, but that's the great thing about it, and it's the Passport IQ, is that it looks like the GPS, and that's definitely one of the pros for me. Stealthy, and yet I can use it if I want. Put the map up, and literally it's a GPS, and you can put directions in, so that always makes things easier. So I'll go through some of the features of the Passport. It's got a lot of features, so that's why I wanted to put it on video. It's because I probably missed something out, and I just don't feel like listing it all out online. It just feels like it's going to be easier to send a video online. So I guess I'll just kind of scroll through the settings. And you got map view, day, night, brightness, my car location, detector, which means detector options. There's like several options down there. Some other stuff here: wallpaper status, restore, point of interest. And that's pretty much in here all I want to talk about. Physically though, when this windshield mount here, I've mounted it on 2 vehicles now, and a lot of the people online are saying that it jiggles a lot when it's on the windshield and it can be distracting, and I did notice that in the other vehicle that I put it on. It was a Suzuki SX4 crossover, small hatchback, but in this truck it doesn't seem to move nearly as much. So I don't know if it's the window angle or what it is, but for some reason in this one hardly ever jiggles or shudders, and in the other car it's a bit more noticeable. So I just want to put that out there, make sure people know about that. There is an optional bean bag you can buy, and you can actually just place it on the dash. And I've been wanting to get that, I just haven't gotten around to it. So let's go into the detector settings. Oh, this one, Auto Learn. I love this feature. It's a great feature. Basically what it does is you'll go past false signals, and after you go past the false signal the 3rd time and it's in the same exact location, it's going to store the signal and block it out. Because more times than not, those signals, as you know, are probably from automatic doors and stuff that places like supermarkets have. So that's really, really handy. You can also choose to lock it out at any time too. If you come across a signal and you're like, I've been through this place, I know there's no one around here, you can just auto lock it out with the smart cord feature. So that's another plus. If we go to meter, you got the spec display and the standard bar graph. I got the standard. Cruise alert, you can set the cruise. Not really sure about this feature. I don't know enough about it. I'm not going to talk about it. The bands, really important. You got all your bands here of radar. You got the pop feature. I don't know if I should keep that on or not. And you've got SWS and laser, which is, it's good that you have laser. Of course, it's too late when you get hit, or if you do get lasered, but it's another feature. The SWS is basically like an auto sort feature between all the bands. And see, so you'll have for instance, I got K band, KA band, pop. What it'll do is it'll kind of like sort them somehow. I don't know. They have some kind of system behind it. I kept that on. I've seen some people online saying that putting the SWS could actually slow down pickups of other bands like K and stuff like that. I don't believe them yet, so I'm going to keep it on. You got the voice for the GPS, great assistance, and the voice is really clear too. It's not, muffled or anything. Other people have said this with the reviews online. I do agree with the voice that it's very comprehensive and timely. Cameras, speed traps. This is another excellent feature. I don't really have many of these in my area, but I'm sure I can see why it would be useful. You got the red light camera, speed traps. With the speed trap, that's something else that, usually the user designates on their GPS. They'll say they know a cop's right here, so they basically type it into the GPS at that exact spot, and then it uploads it onto the database, which you buy. It comes with, I think, a month free database. I bought the 1 year, and it'll update each state on the databases with all these cameras weekly. So I've been doing that and keeping up to date. I don't know what that is. Detector filter. Oh, you know what? Maybe I might take my word back on that SWS back with the bands, because maybe the detector filter is what that is. I'm not sure. You guys are gonna have to look that up. I haven't even gotten to all the settings in this thing yet, because there are quite. Okay, here's a great feature: illegal states. So basically, as you guys might know, the radar detectors themselves are illegal in a couple states. I think Virginia's one, Washington, I think, and maybe one other. I'm not sure. But they are illegal, so, if you get detected and you get a radar detector, you can get a hefty fine. So what this thing does is it alerts you if you're entering an illegal state, or a state that doesn't allow radar detectors. It's illegal. And it'll give you a heads up, and you can have the option to turn off just the detector and keep that GPS up there, which will give you the speed and the map and whatnot. Alert lamp. That's just basically a color feedback when you get radar and laser. Laser shifters. This is an option if you want to yourself install laser shifters or laser jammers on your car. And basically this thing will somehow program with the laser. I don't know anything about laser, but I guess if you have that in the car and this, it goes in sync. So you got one huge, you'd be pretty stealthy if you had all that stuff. And laser shifters are illegal in some states too. Okay, back to, brightness, day, night, settings. That's really all I really wanted to go about with the interface. I will do a couple more things. I'll show you the detector view mode. And what it will do is, see, you got 0 miles per hour. That's your miles per hour. You got the speed limit in the upper left. This button right here, that's for marked places.
Mark this location.
That's what I was talking about earlier when we upload stuff to the database, and that's how Escort keeps everything up to date. So if I was passing, a speed trap, for instance, I'd go up here. There's the speed trap. I'd say mark this location. Hit the...
Mark this location.
This one.
Location marked.
And location marked. Now, I should really take that out. That's going to annoy me. But...
Mark this location.
I can't remember how to unmark it, but whatever. We got red light cameras, and there's the speed cameras, and there's other, whatever you want to do, school zone, etc. And then if you click this speed limit thing, I found out that's a quick way to just access the map. Here's the map, and I love the map because the zoom settings are like really good. They're ideal. You got as many zoom settings as you want here. You got the mute button, of course. Gotta have it. Don't want that lady, bothering you while you're trying to drive. But yeah, very happy with the detector. like I said before, the windshield, so it could vary by vehicle. That's my guess, because with the truck, it didn't jiggle, really, hardly at all, and with the car it did. So, not sure what to say about that. Another thing with the unit itself, it seems to get really, really hot. And that's a problem for obvious reasons. Right now, it's pretty warm out. Well, I should say the unit's pretty hot, I want to say. Hot to the touch. So, and it's only 68 degrees out today, high. So that's not good. There's that. Battery charge time, I'd say is probably like 5 hours. That's a guess. I got the battery charge. It hardly ever charges all the way in time for my trips, because I never go on trips longer than 3.5 hours. But that's the battery. I can't really say about how long it's going to last, for lengthwise draining. I think that because when you run the battery, you can't run the radar at the same time, because when you unplug this cord, then you got no radar, and you're just running on the GPS. So, see this power status change, and then I can just hit cancel.
Detector off.
See, detector off. So, then you're in just battery mode. And I don't really know how long the battery lasts, like I said, but it's probably at least 4 hours, 5 hours. I'm guessing. I'm sure hopefully it's longer than that. But this concludes the review. Hopefully you guys have, less questions about the device and a little bit more clarity. Like I said, for me, a very mixed review. Stuff like the unit being really hot, the price. Price was a big thing. Still paying it off. So I got definitely some cons, but the pros in it, I mean, it's the best unit radar / GPS I've had ever, because it has 2-in-1, first of all, and second of all, it's got all the features you really need. The last thing anyone would want is laser shifters or jammers, and if you're doing that, you're probably doing illegal street racing, so you're probably going to get caught anyway, sooner or later. So that's about it. Have a good one, guys.